Hedger Pro is an online betting and trading application. The sole purpose of Hedger Pro is to make using Betfair a lot easier when betting and trading on horse racing. At the moment, due to the coronavirus global pandemic, we've made Hedger Pro available free of charge. If you're interested in using Hedger Pro, just visit hedgerpro.co.uk and you can register there. When you've registered, you'll visit this page. When you've logged in, you see all the races down the left hand side. At the moment, there's only Irish racing available because UK racing is postponed. So for the Irish races, let me give you an example. A quick overview of how you can use some of the features within Hedger Pro. The first thing I'd do, and strongly recommend, is that you visit the user guide and get familiar with what all this is, because it may look a little bit overload. All this is very useful information. So you can choose your race that you'd like to view. At the moment, this is the 5 o'clock at Dundalk. For every horse, you have the ability to click into, and you can see some history, for example, recent finishing positions, the BSP of the horse, how low it ran in running, surfaces, all that kind of stuff, jockey trainer. Useful information. You can customize the screen so you only see what you'd like to see by ticking these boxes or unticking them. So if all this is too much and you're only interested in the Betfair forecast price, the weight, the age of the horse, the overall rating of the horse, for example, if that's the information you'd like to see, you can strip that down over here by clicking these 3 lines on the top left. Here you've got some information about the track, and when you've looked at your horse and you're interested in either betting or trading on it, you come over here. Just before I show you this, at the top here you can see these are customizable. So if you click on them, you can see the highest odds horse or the lowest odds horse. If your focus is, for example, the Betfair forecast price, and that's where you want to start scanning the race card, click there and you can see you have your highest and lowest. Just another useful tool within Hedger Pro. So in this example, say we're interested in betting on Seb Star. Click on the back price and this opens, which is your bet slip. Here you have a scheduler, so you can delay the order being placed until 10 minutes to post. If you turn that off, click order back bet, it will be fired to market straight away. You select it and then change it to whatever time you'd like to go to post. You set that there. You also have some minimum and maximum odds ranges, so the bet does need to meet that criteria. If you set it up as a back bet, minutes to post, minimum odds, maximum odds, it'll only be placed within that range. Turning this off means it is placed immediately at the current odds, which are now 9. Now if you wanted to place a bet higher than the current odds, you can just change the number of ticks here. So if I wanted to do 10 ticks higher, I would change that and click anywhere on this background, and you can see that moves up to 12. So you can change the ticks here. So if I wanted the bet to be higher than 9, change that to 10, as you can see, and it will only be placed if the odds for that horse reach 12. And this is just a back bet, remember, this is not a trade. This is literally setting it to fire either minutes to post or right now if I click order back bet, and that is just going to be placed only on the horse to win. If I slide that over, I have some trading options. So here's a scenario. Say I'd like to place this back bet 10 minutes to post. 10 minutes to post. The minimum and maximum odds are no concern. I'm going to leave them at 1 in 100. Now what I would like to do is to cash out. So this is a trade. So I'm going to cash out 1 minute to post if my trade hasn't either been met at the plus 10 ticks profit, the bet is going to be cancelled 1 minute to post, or if I return that back to 0 and I fire the trade right now at the current odds of 9 and the lay side of the trade hasn't been met, because you can see here in this section for the information, if I was to do it now at back odds of 9 with the lay stake estimated at 4, lay odds 4.5, I'm looking for 100% return on my investment, and I would return £2 profit. Now if I want to change that to say 10% or even 20%, whatever, click on here, you'll see that to make 20% profit, the back odds of 9.2, which they've moved out to now, the lay stake would be 2.36 at lay odds of 7.8, and I'll return my 20% profit. If I was to go ahead, click order hedge, this would only place it 10 minutes pre-race, minimum and maximum odds, no concern. You can set these. These are quite useful if you are setting a trade earlier in the day and you think there's a possibility of the horse may drift and you only want it to drift up to a certain amount to keep your interest in the trade. Now here, if I was to place this and for example the trade was only partially matched at 1 minute to post, this just cleans it up and makes sure that it's hedged and it never goes in play. That's the point of this pre-play cash out, to make sure that the trade never goes in play in running. And obviously the 25% is my stop loss, so I'm only actually risking with this trade 25% of my £2 in this example. If I was happy with that, I would click order hedge and that will put the trade in for me right now. If I wanted the trade to be 2 ticks higher, you see there, 5 ticks higher, you see there, the back odds change. So when you're comfortable and you've set it up within the parameters that you think are right for what you're looking at in the market, if you think that horse Seb Star is going to drift, maybe based on previous BSP prices or the way the horses ran in a particular way, using the information within Hedger Pro, you could then set that trade up. If you're happy, if you thought that was going to happen, click hedge profit. Now, if you didn't want it, if you did want it to go in play, for example, say you wanted to do that now and set it up, you would turn minutes to post off, and this will complete right the way through to in play. Now, bearing in mind, in play is a volatile market, so you have your stop loss in place, but everything moves pretty quickly. So that is another factor that you need to bear in mind. So that's placing a bet. You see, you customize your screen over here. This is how you place a bet in a trade over here. This is your race card over here. Now you can actually set filters. I've got one here for in running. So these are horses that I like the look of. These are today I like the look of according to the filters that I've set up for in running, which are things like, you know, if they're prominent in running, if they're front runners, things that maybe factors that I think possibly are worth considering for horses that are going to come out at one price and move down in odds, because it's a back to lay betting tool, Hedger Pro, and then it gives me the opportunity to trade off in running. And you can set these just by clicking on the little pencil icon. I could create a brand new one now, call it whatever I like, brand new, click update, and have a brand new one here. I can just set my filters. You can show all, these are all the options. Feel free to go through and select these for any criteria that you would like to set up. And you can see here now I have the filters for brand new. What I would strongly advise when starting out using Hedger Pro, as I mentioned at the start, is spending a little bit of time with the user guide, getting used to everything over here. But the prime goal of Hedger Pro is just to make your life easier and provide you with data at a glance to utilise to give you the edge in the market on Betfair. Now, as stated, this is free to use at the moment. With the coronavirus going on, you only have Irish Racing that is running behind closed doors. For as long as that happens, as long as that's available, feel free to use Hedger Pro. As said, if you visit hedgerpro.co.uk, you can just register there and get yourself set up.